Hello there, what's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about Star Episode 2. I don't remember what the name of the title is, whatever, it'll be in the video. I have my water. We're going to be here a while, so if you don't have a while, quick summation of Episode 2 of Star. Still don't like Star. The show, well, the characters. I'm okay with the show, sort of. Don't like the character of Star. Still don't like Simone. I don't understand why she's on the show, to be quite frank. Um, Naomi Campbell, I love Naomi Campbell. I'm here for her, but I don't understand why she's on the show because Lee Daniels has already said that Empire and this show are related, and she appeared on Empire in a pretty significant capacity. For people who haven't watched Empire yet, I won't go into spoilers for that, but I don't understand why she's on this show. Lenny Kravitz, I like Lenny Kravitz actually. Like I think he's a pretty, I like him. I think he's a good actor. I'm more familiar with his acting than his music. I like his daughter Zoe Kravitz. I think they're a very talented family. Um, but this episode, let's just. If you haven't watched it, leave. Come back when you've seen it, or stay if you don't mind spoilers. So, overall, episode 2, low-key disappointed. So let's get into it. My major issues with this second episode are Star is she's an idiot. Like she is literally the biggest idiot that I've seen in a while. I won't say ever. There are definitely characters who are far stupider than she is. But this girl, like in her mind, she thought. So the big thing about this episode was Alex's parents came to get her from Atlanta, and it was actually low key nice because it meant that we didn't have to live with the secret of her rich, famous parents. So on that end, I was really happy because we only have a few episodes to work with here. I think it's going to be on the air till March when Empire comes back. So there's not a whole lot of time here for them to flesh out this first season. It's not going to be an expanded, long ass 23 episode season. So on that end, I was really happy that we're not going to waste any time, with, oh, my parents are rich and famous. So that was the thing. So what Star, in all her infinite wisdom, was like, you know what? Obviously, you're not talking to your dad hard enough, Alex, because he could have already signed us. If there's noise in the background, it's hella windy, so that's probably what it is. But you're obviously not talking to him good enough, Alex. So I'm gonna go talk to him. But her talking to him winds up with her naked in a bubble bath. I mean, obviously, why would you wear clothes in a bubble bath? And him shirtless on the bed. And it's heavily implied that they had just had sex or they're gonna have sex. And it's like, so in your mind, you thought, let me go seduce my bandmate's father. Like, this girl has given up everything to come to the middle of nowhere, no money, um, to come be with you in Atlanta. Okay, she hitched a ride with you all the way from New York to Atlanta. She gave up her life to go wash hair in Atlanta. This girl had never worked a day in her life, okay? But she was willing to leave the Upper East Side, go to the middle of nowhere Atlanta, work in a hair salon, and you were like, let me go fuck her daddy. So obviously we can get this record deal popping. And obviously Alex will never find out. And obviously Alex would never be upset. And what really made me mad at this was it wasn't that she was having, like, she wanted to do that. I mean, if that's your prerogative, that's your prerogative. You have sex with whoever you want to have sex with. But the way they made Alex flip the script and just forgive her like that, like it was all of like 3 scenes, and Alex and Star were once again like this. And in my mind, I'm like, you better than me. Because this whole episode, all we've ever seen from Star is she is a petty as fuck. Like, she is the most petty character. Like, she held onto that Alex didn't tell me her daddy is rich and famous forever. But she ain't never holding on to her dumbass sister over here. And I understand that she has been through a lot. She's been abused. She was all of that. I get it. I understand. I get it. But she never is as petty with her sister, who was sitting there talking about the man that they killed in the first episode, who actually isn't dead, because, I mean, they revealed that in the first episode. But she's over here talking about a crime that they committed, one, in the salon, two, over a client, and three, everyone's in the salon. Like, it's not deserted. The client isn't knocked out, so, like, maybe she didn't hear anything. No, this is a crowded salon. She's not really whispering. But you won't be mad at your sister. Star is never mad at Simone. Never. And what really frustrates me about Simone's character, she was so inconsequential. She had nothing to do this episode. Like, I was sitting there really confused why she was in the opening credits. Like, why she is in this, why she's a third member. Like, why couldn't they just be a duo? Like, why do they need to introduce this half-black sister who just gets raped and abused, and then to cope with that, it just gets high and drinks and smokes cigarettes? And I'm just like, I mean, obviously smoking cigarettes is, like, not the same as getting high and drinking everything, but to me, if you're a singer, I don't think you smoke cigarettes like that, but I'm not a musician. I don't know. I don't really care either. But the point is, she's always doing other things. She's not there when they practice in the episode because she went off to church with Carlotta, and then she obviously collapsed at church. And all next week we have to be there at the hospital, and it's gonna be all sad because Star lost her mom, and now she might lose her sister. But I really just don't care. And a part of me feels that, you know what? If her sister Simone died, then she's in a better place. Maybe, I don't know. Like, because she's just so inconsequential to the plot. In the first episode, she was too high and drunk to really function when they did their little event. I mean, she pulled it together, and they did it. But she was doing it then. And then this episode, she had nothing to do. And, I mean, to be fair, this was a more Alex-centric storyline. And then, Star had to squeeze her way in there so she could go have sex with Alex's daddy. I mean, they didn't get to, but whatever. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens in, like, episode 12 or something. It was just... It's just infuriating that, like, this is, like... What really killed me about this whole plan of Stars is Star doesn't do anything. Literally, all we've seen her do is try to seduce guys for them to work with. And you know what? If that's your skill set, congratulations. Snap, snap, snap. More power to you. But you don't fuck over the person who's writing all the music, okay? Like, you don't do... Alex is sitting here day in, day out, writing you music. Like, if she wasn't here, all Star and her sister Simone would be doing is singing covers. So, if they want to keep this original music machine going, why would you fuck with Alex? Like, that's the person you just don't fuck with. Like, your name might be Star, and you think you're gonna be the biggest and the baddest, but what are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the table? The manager you found isn't doing anything. He's over here doing, like, drug runs or whatever the fuck, snorting coke. Like, this man is obviously not the best manager. So, even though you got this manager, it's obviously not the best. This little demo competition you entered isn't going to be inconsequential because apparently it's in 2 days, the deadline. You haven't started working on your little demo at all. Simone is going to be in the hospital next week, so what are we going to do? Like, that's just a day? Like, these 2 episodes, like, her health crisis is going to take less than 2 days, and she's still going to get to the studio in time and all that? No. So that whole plot line about him having to go on this drug mule run, whatever he has to do to get this money, is going to be in vain no matter what, because they won't get to be... I mean, obviously, you're still going to need to cut a demo to get your record deal, whatever. But for the plot line that it was purposing, it's dead, it's gone. So, I don't know where else... the only good thing about this episode was my boy Quincy Brown, because his character, he is just a ray of sunshine and happiness, and when he and Alex's character were fighting at the beginning of the episode, I was a little nervous because I was like, no, no, no. This is the only good thing about this show. But their romance is intact. I'm happy she stayed getting that good dick. And you know what? Alex deserves it for all the things that she has to put up with Star. The other good thing in this episode was the scene between Carlotta and I forget his name, but the gay hairstylist with the blonde highlights or whatever. They had a scene where he was like, you know, you have to tell them. Like, you have to tell them about your history with Mary, about your history with the manager. Like, it don't matter if they don't want to listen, they have to know. And, you know, I thought that was really good advice. And I was like, yes, you're right. She needs to go and tell them. But then we had the same exact thing, the same exact conversation happen between Carlotta and the pastor. And it felt low-key weird because it was like the pastor was hitting on Carlotta. And I was like, I mean, if y'all want to have that relationship, fine. But you need to have a different conversation. Like, this is not the time, not the place for that conversation. Like, especially when we already had the conversation in the episode. So that was a little bit redundant. I feel like I've ranted and raved enough for this. I still feel that this is just really trashy television. Like, this is not what I was expecting Star to be. And I really, really, really am upset that Star is the star of this show because I find her character to just be so dumb. Like, just so mind-boggling stupid that I just can't relate to anything this woman does. I just can't. I don't get it. I don't understand her thought process. I don't like how they just made up. So, Star continues to frustrate me. Simone, like there's no real chance to really connect with her as a character. It's literally just, oh, this is another thing I don't like about Star. Star is always throwing her past, her little sob story about foster care out there. And you know, when Alex was like, no one cares, I was right there with Alex. Like, I don't care if it's harsh, I don't care if it's cruel. Like, I have all the foster care backstory, like, personally in my life. Like, foster care is a huge part of, like, that stuff. And there's really just nothing more annoying. There really just isn't. So I'm going to say it. I don't care about her past. And we haven't really been able to connect to her sister, aside from watching her get raped and then use and abuse substances to cope with that trauma. And I feel like that's definitely something that someone in that situation would probably do, and it makes sense and it's realistic and such. But it's prevented, at least me personally, from bonding with her, and she doesn't add anything to the girl group. Like, that's mainly how I'm looking at this show, like, through the lens of, like, this show is about the girl group, and her sister adds nothing to that. And so if her sister was just another extraneous character, like Cotton, or Carlotta, or their manager, you know, and she wasn't the group, then maybe I would feel differently. But right now, I'm just like, you know what? At some point, you have to leave the group anyway, and you're going to have to be an extraneous character. And I really just don't care about your overdosing. And I don't care about I just don't care about her character at all. I don't care if I'm a bad person. So overall, this week's episode was garbage, pretty much from start to finish. Shout out to my friend Storm, who patiently allowed me to send her a million voice clips on Facebook Messenger. I'll see you guys again next week with my thoughts and opinions and rambles on episode 3. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure that you subscribe to see more. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another video. Until then, guys,